Hi, my name is Mandy Patterson, owner of Mandy Patterson Coaching. I'm a mental performance coach that helps athletes push past mental blocks and fears so they can rediscover their passion. They can pursue their goals and ultimately get back to thriving and enjoying their sport again. I work with a lot of cheerleaders and gymnasts on mental blocks, on tumbling challenges and skill challenges. And right now, the thing that is really, really common is pressure surrounding tryouts. So tryouts are coming up in the next couple of months for a lot of my athletes and a lot of the athletes in my community. And they're feeling the pressure. Those athletes who have mental blocks or who have challenges in their skills, they feel like there's that ticking clock that is just pushing on them, that's forcing them to get their skills, or else tryouts aren't going to go well. Something's bad's going to happen. There's this extra layer of pressure on everything they do. And it's making it very difficult for them to focus on what really matters to perform well. So I've been having lots of conversations about that in my private coaching programs. I've been getting DMs from the community asking me questions about tryouts and the pressure that they're experiencing. And so I've been talking about common thinking errors that keep athletes stuck, that steal their excitement for tryouts. And so today what I want to do is I want to share another thinking error with you. So the thinking error I want to talk to you about today is I don't think I can handle the pressure, right? There is too much pressure. I don't think I want to try out. So have you ever allowed the pressure to talk you out of trying out for a sport that you love? Have you ever questioned if you should try out or not? What happens when you question if you want to try out or you want to keep going in your sport? What's actually happening is you're not necessarily weighing the decision to continue in your sport or not. What you're doing is you're questioning if you want to give up on that perfectionist expectation that you have for yourself. What do you think about that? Do you think that there are ways of thinking and there are standards and a bar that you have set for yourself in your performance that makes you feel like a failure, that makes you feel like you're not doing enough, right? When you have tryouts, it's an opportunity for you to reflect on where you're at compared to where you feel like you're supposed to be or you need to be based on your standards and other people's standards, right? Because your coach is going to be evaluating you. Okay, the other parents are looking to see who's trying out, and I talked about that in another video. So if you deal with comparison on tryout day, go watch video from last week, and I talked about that thinking error. But what you're doing is you have a mirror held up that says, are you good enough? Are you where you need to be? Right? Are you a good fit for this team? Do you belong on this team? And that's a hard place to be, especially for perfectionists, especially for athletes who are struggling in their skills, who have had challenges that they've been working through. Because it forces you to look at that, to think about that. But that's not what's on your mind. What's on your mind is, this isn't fun anymore. There's too much pressure. I don't want the pressure. I'm out, right? But I really want you to take a second, because what you're doing, if you're allowing the pressure to cause you not to try out, and that's all it is, it really is just because of the expectation and the unnecessary pressure that you're putting on yourself. If that's what's happening, you are stealing an opportunity away from yourself to really develop a really important life skill. Everything is relative. And what I mean by that is if you quit this sport and you go do something else, maybe you go to dance, or maybe you go play softball, or you play a different sport, all you're doing is you're trading this pressure for something else, because it's the way that you think and the way that you're wired, right? It's the pressure that you put on yourself with cheer or your tumbling. It will just look different, but it will still be there in other sports. Okay, you're not escaping it, you're just trading it most of the time. So I want you to think about this as an opportunity for you to really learn an important life skill, learn how to push through stress, learn how to push through anxiety and fear, and come out ahead on the other side, because you absolutely can do that. There are ways that you can release that unnecessary pressure and step fully into confidence. You can be confident in your ability even if you don't have your skill yet. You can be joyful and proud of yourself even if you're not where you feel like you're supposed to be, okay? So I want you to just think about that today. Don't let the pressure that you feel because you're struggling in your skills steal your opportunity to compete, to steal away your opportunity to be on that team, okay? So go try out. Work hard on your skills. Be easy on yourself, okay? Focus on the ways that you're excelling, the things that you're doing so well. And don't allow that to steal your joy. Again, there's stress and there's so many opportunities for stress, okay? So just because you're not trying out for the sport that you love doesn't mean that you're not not ever going to feel pressure again, okay? So think about this as an opportunity. The other thing I want you to think about is how awesome you are, how unique you are. There are so many amazing things about you that have nothing to do with the skill that you're struggling in. With mental blocks, if you're struggling with a back handspring, eventually you will feel like you're struggling with all your tumbling. And if you're struggling with your tumbling, you're struggling in your sport, right? And sometimes what even happens is you're struggling not just in your sport anymore, but you just don't feel good about who you are. So mental blocks have a tendency to bleed from one skill to another, and then it just affects our entire outlook, our entire just well-being and our confidence level overall. And that's so unnecessary. You don't have to do that, okay? So think about all of the amazing things that you do every single day. Think about the challenges that you've pushed through. Think about how far you've come, all the things that you've done, even though they were hard, even though you were afraid. Focus on that. Allow that to fuel your confidence, not the pressure. Don't let your mental block take over, okay? You're in control. You absolutely can do this. As a mental performance coach, it is my job to help athletes figure out their ways of thinking that are serving them and then the ways that are getting in their way. If you have a mental block or you have anxiety and fear or your confidence just isn't where it needs to be, maybe your performances at practice are really, really great, but you get in a game, you get in a competition situation and you struggle to perform. Maybe you're prepping for tryouts and you feel really good and you get there and then something bad happens, right? That's happened to you in the past. You're afraid it's going to happen again. I want to support you. The way that you can see if mental coaching is right for you and to learn more about the mental coaching process is by reaching out to us. DM us at Mandy Patterson Coaching. You can also sign up for a no-cost performance check session. Okay, just DM us, ask us about that, and we will share the information that you need. You can also go to our bio link, and you can sign up for your no-cost 30-minute performance check session there as well. I can't wait for the opportunity to support you. I am cheering you on, and I hope that you are getting so excited having gone through these thinking errors and that you're in a better place to just get ready to crush tryout. So again, I'm cheering you on, and I can't wait to support you.